In this video, Steve and I visit a good friend, Lindsey, who is a fellow strength coach, a 3-time CrossFit semifinal athlete, and very good at what she does. In this video, she walks us through how to rope climb.
Usually I have pants on, so I don't
tear up your legs.
Yeah, coming down.
Man, just seeing that all the way up there made my palms kind of sweaty.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Sorry we use chalk. Okay, so the biggest piece of this is what we call the J hook. So a lot of people will struggle with doing multiple rope climbs
because they just, breath?
Yeah, because it's freaking humid. So the J hook just looks like this with your feet. Okay, it's like a clamp. Forms a little bit of a J. This top foot, I think about pushing down as I think about pulling up with this bottom foot. If you get your knees high, you can then use that to stand up as you pull. Okay, so I like to teach it from a box just because it's easier to get your knees up high.
Sure. Versus
from a standing position. So once you get used to it, you can just like jump or stand into it. So again, I'll have one of you do it in a second. But you'll bring one foot crossing over. You'll take that other foot, scoop it under, knees up high, reach up high, and then think about standing up into those feet as you reach. You might run into that box a little bit, but that's
right.
okay. If you need chalk, it's there. It helps.
All right. I know you showed me twice. How do you do
right.
this? Yes. One's here.
Under, around, and scoop. Yep.
Oh,
look at that.
Think knees up high.
Oh. All right. Uh-oh.
So what you want to think about is when you sit here, though, we can put the box a little bit closer. You want to bring those knees up even higher.
What's that mean? Like bend them to my chest?
Yeah, like knees into your armpits.
Boom.
Yep. And then scoop them up really high.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yep, and then stand up as you pull up.
Oh.
Yeah, so you got to think really clamp down on that before you make any moves.
All right.
You got
boom,
it.
Boom.
Yep.
Armpits.
Clamp. Hold on. There you go. Yep.
Like here.
That. Yep. And clamp it. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
So,
now.
To move from that.
My next question.
Yes. To move from that, you just want to keep your feet there and just kind of loosen them and slide them up so that rope stays in between your feet.
Okay.
The biggest mistake I see people make is they like get their feet completely away from this rope and then it's just flinging. So clamp, stand up, reach, and then just slide it up, knees up high, reach.
Okay.
Knees up high, clamp before you stand. Yep, reach all the way up, up, up. You got it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
there you go. Get all the way up there. You got it. One more. Good.
I don't like heights. I do not like heights.
You got it. Yeah. So what you can do to make it a little smoother is think about like almost just bringing your knees wide.
Yeah, okay.
Because that bottom foot, you still want it to be kind of wrapped around. But since it was like under the rope, it was getting stuck.
Okay.
So if I bring my knee out wide, it's still going to stay in the place I want it, but it's going to slide up and down rather than getting caught.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. And then you normally wear pants for this, you said?
Yeah. Or like, if you want, you can borrow one. I have like an old knee sleeve I put on my ankle.
No, you're good. I was just wondering how people do that in competition.
Yeah.
It's like, that's,
so yeah.
I mean, it's not terrible, but it's like, that's
before I started wearing pants all the time, I used to get these like nasty rope burns in the middle of my thighs from coming down.
Yeah. Your shin.
Yeah, exactly.
It didn't even go fast.
Yeah. So, I have like old neoprene knee sleeves.
Okay.
They have like rope climbing, like shin guards.
Yeah. Okay.
But you look like a turd wearing those. So if you want to try the next, we just don't use the box. Some people will just start from standing and reach. Some people will jump so you don't have to do as many pulls.
Yeah.
The good thing about jumping is you don't have to do as many pulls up, but whenever you go to like grab that rope, it's just extra energy to hang on.
Yeah.
So like in a competition or a workout, you kind of have to weigh those odds, like with how many you're doing or how gassed your arms feel.
Yeah.
Make my hands
you're a
rip
block
up.
person.
Yeah.
Me too.
You code it. But I think that a lot of people shoot for is being able to get up in just 2 pulls.
Okay. What is this a standard height? And what is
It's
it?
15 feet.
Okay.
Some of the bigger competitions will be like 20 feet. That's terrifying, but they have like big mats and shit. So if I'm going to go all the way up in 2 pulls, so you'll notice
It looks so easy coming down for you.
As I bring my knees up high, I'm leaning back.
Okay.
Trying to keep my elbows relatively straight so that I can really crank my knees up high.
Okay.
And that's how you can get like a bigger pull, because the higher my feet are up here, the more I'll be able to stand and reach on the next.
And then when you jump up there, you just already have your feet crossed and just clamp it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what I did to learn that is I literally just like practiced jumping and setting.
Okay.
And coming down. So then it was like second nature.
All right. And then I'm just going to try to set the feet a couple times. I'm leaning back a little bit.
Yeah. Keep your elbows relatively straight if you can. That'll like keep your biceps from blowing up too bad.
Okay. Jump up, lean back, cross feet.
Yep. There you go. Clamp and stand.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And something I do, not everyone does it, but I like clamp the rope with my thighs. Some people will like have the rope on the outside of their knees.
Oh.
I like using my legs because I have big legs, so might as well use all of them. So
is it common, like in a CrossFit competition, would you ever use your legs coming down too? Would you?
Yes, usually I do.
Okay.
But usually to come down, I'll keep my feet here and just loosen them. And then just like have like less friction. Okay. Or sometimes, like if I'm doing legless rope climbs, I'll just like clamp my legs. Okay. And slide down. And it's like a quick 1, 2, let go. Okay. So, but I'm not doing that without. Yeah, no. Protecting my skin a little bit. Rip the whole pink thing off. Yes. All right, one more. And then what's legless? Yeah, I'll show you some legless stuff. Good. Try to get your knees up really high on the next pull. Really high. There you go. Oh, yeah. Arms straight. Lean back. Knees up. There you go. Yeah, that's a little better. Look at that. And then just do your best coming down. There you go. Yeah. In CrossFit, we do a lot of kipping motions. Right? People dog us for our pull-up kipping motions, which I understand. It's not like total strength. The strict pull-up is going to be way more strength. Can I pause you there? Building, yeah. Strict pull-ups, how many could you do in a row? I think I've done 22. Okay, keep going. So the kipping motion just allows us to like have higher volume quicker, right? Like it's a cardio thing at that point too. Yeah. Like to get your breathing mechanics down in order to hang on to a set of 20 easy in the middle of a workout. Yeah. So the kip on a rope is obviously different than a kip on a rig, which I'll show you guys that later when we do bar muscle ups. But the big thing is we're just trying to use our legs and our hips to drive our momentum up. Okay. You'll see a lot of different types of kipping. I'll start by showing you just like the leg drive, and then I'll show you guys what we do once we start getting real tired. Okay. Okay. So that last one I did is what we'll do when we start getting really tired. We'll kind of like swing all the way back and then use our legs and our hips to drive up a little bit more. What I was originally doing was just kind of like, as my right leg came up, I try to reach with my right arm and use that swing. Okay. What you can do is just go like halfsies and then come down. So just attempt 4-ish pulls total. Get about halfway up the rope. And then you don't have to worry so much about falling from 15
on the way down.
feet. Yeah. Go for it.
You're saying as right.
Yeah, you want to think about like driving your knee and toe up as you're reaching.
Okay.
Or like right before you start to like let go with your right hand, think about driving up that right foot.
Okay.
I'm going to move this box just in case you fall back.
Is this something you think that happens naturally already with people, or is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It should feel pretty natural.
Okay.
There you go. Use your legs and come down. See, you're using all arms. You feel that?
Yeah.
Right? Your legs are kind of an afterthought because you do have the strength just to go.
Yeah, but you'll die.
You'll be able to maybe do one and then you're like, all right, I'm going to stand here for a long time.
Yeah.
Maybe try like right as you jump up, be cognizant of like putting your left hand on top so that right as you kind of reach it, you can use that right swing and go for that right hand. But really focus on your legs. Like keep your knees up high.
Okay.
Your core has to be engaged.
They swing back far or no?
So whenever I'm just doing the leg drive, not really. I'll show you again. My feet stay relatively in front.
Okay. Yep.
Right?
All right.
Keep your feet up. There you go. Yeah. Yes. So it's just a rhythm thing.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
And then
Was there another level?
there's not another level.
Oh, goodness.
But like sometimes we'll do 5 in a row. Right? So we're trying to like, our hands get gas.
Yeah.
Trying to like use your body as much as possible. Again, legless rope climbs aren't my favorite. Got big legs. Like they just kind of can pull me down. So sometimes I'll do a couple of those pulls where it's just a quick leg drive. And then I'll hit these really big kips. Just look like this.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm like fully swinging back and then using that leg drive to pop me up.
Both legs.
Yeah. So you got to think feet up, squeeze your butt, then reach.
Is this similar to like a kipping pull-up?
Yes.
Okay. Not that I know how to do that, but.
Pull. Good. Squeeze your butt at the top, though. There you go. Yeah. So when you use your hips correctly, it's just like when we weightlift, if we're not actually using our hips, like there's not a really big momentum transfer from the first and second pull into that third, right? It's the same concept here. We want to really utilize that hip to then transfer our momentum into the pull.
Okay.